Okay, well, let's continue with the QLA bot series. This is a looking back series or some sort of review of the process so far using the QLA methodology of Dan Peña to create generational wealth in the shortest time possible. And probably, guys, this video or this series of videos are blurred, and probably I need to explain that, or maybe not. So let me know in the comments. And let's see, how can you sustain yourself after being abandoned, punished, avoided, and warned by people who were in your network of persons in your personal life, family life, friendship, etc. So how you deal with this, or how I dealt with this? I was also going through a 2-year course since COVID, or after the first months of COVID, that was teaching me and preparing me about neuroscience, and that I think helped me be isolated in a sense. So these are weekly classes, I think, yeah, weekly classes, and that teach you many things from communications, relationships, and all that, all through the neuroscience. This is a coaching through neuroscience, something like that. And I was into that not for being a coach or coach others, but the information was really, in my opinion, good for using it myself. So I'll try to connect this in the coming videos. I hope I remember to do that. But I'm trying to review all the videos or content I've showed you until this episode, to how was I probably mentally, or mentally spiritually try to sustain myself when you are isolated or decide to isolate yourself. So, and that's the motive of this video, and I want to give you that extra bit of information in which probably that was my only exchange with other people through this process of isolation, and just talking to directors or the entrepreneurial course I was taking for 2 or 3 months, that was leading me into names for directors and speakers. And that was an extra part that probably sustained myself on this, and in those 2-3 hour exchanges for the neuroscience course for coaching. I did manage to, in the breakout groups, to explain or share stuff I was dealing with. So eventually you will see that when you're by yourself, you need to be strong mentally. And I have to add something I didn't expect: strong spiritually. So I get goosebumps because QLA took me there. And so I depend on myself, because I'm gonna be alone in this process. And we've been warned how this is. And you need to find something to nurture your soul somehow. So I probably found it after or during these neurocoaching courses that went throughout as I am looking back. So that's still going on while I'm building my dream team and trying to figure out step 1, 2, and 3, which I'm talking about. And if you connect a little bit the neurocoaching course, it's trying to help me on step 1, which is create your personal foundation. So that connection of support with the exchanges of my hardships with this group or of people in the courses help me probably to give me insights, to give me options, to think another way or stuff like that. So that's because I'm isolated, remember? And just trying to deal with this QLA stuff constantly. So I'm organizing content probably of QLA, and there will be a point in which I want to have this content in my native language, and that's coming up soon in the next episodes. And building your personal foundation will require, at some point you will notice it, probably not, or yes, that you need to have a deep spiritual connection with something to keep going forward by yourself when there's no one around. So QLA will take you there probably to that realization, and because of selfish reason and to have unlimited options in your life. And well, this is the episode to make that clarification, and following the QLA methodology taught by Dan Peña to create generational wealth in the shortest time possible. I'm looking back at my actions following this process. See you in the next video.